Hi guys, another day of our Circle Ritual Challenge, and today we talked about affirmations. And one of the things to remember is that affirmations are pretty much anything we think or anything we say. So let's just remember that even negative things that we might be thinking or saying are still affirmations. So the key here is to remember to say something in a positive way. Anything that happens around us, try to change it around into a positive way of thinking. Also, let's keep it in the present tense. Even if you don't have it just yet, the more you say it as if you already own it, you have it, the more your mind and your brain will start believing it and really making you aware of what's around you so that even without knowing, you are doing things that is going to get you to that goal. And then the last thing is to really keep it personal, something that you wanted for yourself. But then at the end, also remember that anything that applies to us as an individual, we also want to expand it with other people. And lastly, let's remember that we do have a feeling associated with that statement or that affirmation. So whatever we're trying to attract into our lives, let's remember that there's something that we also want to feel, whether it is being happy, joyful, successful. So let's remember to keep those things in mind. One of the things that I wanted to show is that what are some of these affirmations, what do they sound like? For instance, one of the things that I try to practice as I get up in the morning and get ready for work is saying something positive like, today is a positive day, or it's a productive day and I feel accomplished. Even though I haven't started my day yet, I already start practicing that today it will in fact be something, a very productive day. At whatever I do, whether it's at work or in my business, I'm going to be productive. And I try to keep that in mind. The other thing is I am a successful blank and I feel joyful. For example, I am a successful health coach and I feel joyful. I feel happy because I am able to help other people. Another good one is, this is a good one to do as you get out of bed or you really start your day, is I enjoy life to the fullest because it makes me happy. That's a good one because it really is like a huge hug to yourself deep inside that really makes you start your day really good, being optimistic about anything that is coming to you on that day. I believe in, trust, and have confidence in myself. That's another one too that is good to practice because it's really talking to your inner self and trying to really be positive and not have that self-judgment about ourselves or things that we might think or say about our actions. Sometimes we don't really are very nice to ourselves and we might be criticizing our actions quite often. And so let's remember that. And then another good one that is good for that same purpose of giving yourself the credit of that you're doing something productive, that whatever you do, you're still being good at growing as a person or in a community, or really trying to believe that what you're doing are good actions, that you're learning from them. So one of those affirmations would be, I learn from my own mistakes. That's just simple. I learn from my own mistakes instead of saying I'm not good at this, or like I failed so many times and I just can't get it. Let's just change that around into a positive way of believing and thinking that you learn from your own mistakes. Another one is, I know I can accomplish anything I want. See, all of these are more about self-development and believing in yourself, which is really where you should start when it comes to affirmations. Because the more we believe and trust ourselves, the better we will be at trusting other people, at believing what else is going to happen around us, and really having a more joyful way of seeing things, even without being conscious about it, because some of these things start becoming second nature. Another one would be, I forgive myself for not being perfect because I know I am human. This is such a simple and nice way of saying that it's okay to make those mistakes because we are human and we believe and forgive ourselves. We have to be more kind to ourselves and really trust that we can make a change at whatever we do. This is a great one because a lot of us sometimes lose patience, whether it's at work, at home, and with the family, and sometimes we don't know what to do. And so it's nice to repeat to yourself, I practice patience, understanding, and compassion with others. Even if you don't think that you feel that at the moment, say it. Say it enough until you believe it, really. Because honestly, guys, even if somebody is making us feel uncomfortable, it doesn't really help to really hold that feeling of, mistrust, or hold, some sort of grudge, or some confrontation that might, if it escalates, it might make a distance even bigger between you and the other person. So it's good to really practice patience, and a good way to start is by saying, I practice patience, I understand and forgive other people, and have compassion for everybody. Because why? Because it makes me more of a human being, and it makes me, a loving person. And then also in that sense, we could also say, all people around me are good to me. And this is a good one, especially when it comes to relationships, when it comes about trusting people. Some of us might have had some sort of experience with people in which we kind of, feel like we don't trust people at all, or in the romance or relationships status. Somebody betrayed us, and we don't want to go around and say, oh, like all people are the same, they are not trustworthy. Or if it is about romance, we might say, all guys suck, all guys are not worthy, I'm just better all by myself, which is not really, a good and healthy way of thinking about people in general. So this is a good one to say that all people around me are good to me, they're caring and loving. And in that sense, if you're talking about relationships, it'll be also a good exercise to say, the right person for me is on his way, and I am here waiting lovingly. So again, let's just try to keep everything simple and also in a good and positive way. Another one that sometimes we might complain about is that we don't have time for anything. We are always running around, and there's no time for eating healthy. There's no time for being productive at home. There's no time to even spend time with the family. Let's just change that around and say, I have plenty of time to nourish myself. I have plenty of time to spend time with the kids, with my family. I have an abundance of time to be generous with other people. So again, let's just remember, keep it simple and change whatever negativity you might start thinking into something positive. All my choices are thought out with intention. This is another that is a good one, when sometimes we might have that self-critic kind of double guessing or doubting our intentions or our choices. Say it to yourself, sorry, that all my choices are thought out with intention, because the more we are aware that we are conscious about our choices, eventually we'll really continue making better choices and learning from, whatever was going on before. There is an abundance of love all around me, and I'm grateful for that. Let's trust that there is love. There is loving people out there. So there is an abundance of love, and it is all around us. When it comes to healing, when it comes about our body, any kind of symptom that we might have, some people have or experience headache, pain, and we might have a condition that sometimes is kind of uncomfortable. Instead of complaining about that pain, that feeling that we might have that feels like, there's nothing we can do, instead of doing that, let's turn that into something positive. And normally what I will say is, my body is healing every single time. Or I trust and know that my body tells me what it is that I need. I deserve to live a healthier life. When I have pain, sometimes I say, I know this feels uncomfortable, but I know and trust that my body is healing right now. See, it's that little change that makes such a big difference. Because when you say, like I have a headache, or I have this muscle pain that is always there and it never goes away, and I'm stuck with that pretty much forever, let's change that into something that, I'm healing. And try to give yourself a little hug. That really helps a lot too. The art of touch. We might not notice, but touching other people or ourselves is a way of loving. So say it to yourself if you have some sort of pain. I know you're healing. I know my body is healing, and I trust that everything will be okay, and I am healthy and thriving. When it comes to finances, another one that people might complain that we don't have enough money, that we're not able to save money, we have so many things to pay. Let's just change that into something like, I am worthy of making more money. Money comes to me effortlessly. Or I am good at saving money. And I can prove that because single thing that I do every day, it takes me to that goal. Or I am open to receive all opportunities around me to improve my financial status. That's another one that is good to think about. We're always aware of what's around us. Even if it might not be obvious, let's just keep saying that, that there's always opportunities coming to us. Okay, guys? So again, let's remember to keep it positive, keep it simple and personal. And of course, sometimes it might be a little difficult, but just keep practicing. This is a good practice to start today. Say something positive about yourself, love yourself, and expand that love to other people. So I can't wait to hear what you come up with. I want to hear your experience with positive affirmations. I really hope that this is beneficial to you. And I really believe this have benefited me personally, and I'm sure it can do the same for you. So have a great day, and I'll be seeing you again soon. Remember, you're beautiful. Bye.